Good by Elisha Brabson. He's got 4, 37-17. Farragut trailing by 20 with 25 seconds to play in the half. Dorsey brings it across into front court. He'll be guarded by Isaiah Smith. Dorsey into the paint. Finds Seiler out top for a 3. Short. Tipped right to Brown, but his shot underneath won't go. And Farragut dodges a bullet as once again it seemed they had their hands on it, couldn't control it, and Maryville deflected it over to Brown, who was wide open underneath, and the Admirals fortunate that the deficit is not 22 at halftime. It remains a 20-point game, 37-17. The Rebels leading at Farragut High School. We'll get a 2-minute break and return to look at the first half numbers on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Tired of buying the same old jewelry every year for your significant other? Does your gift miss the mark on uniqueness and quality? Show them how special they are with a gift from Estate House Jewelry. The highest quality diamonds and precious stones you expect with the lowest prices, guaranteed. Choose from the largest selection of pre-owned Rolexes and luxury watches in the area. When you stop enjoying your Estate House purchase, we'll always buy it back or trade it, guaranteed. Estate House Jewelry and Antiques.
Erie Insurance Company is celebrating 95 years of being above all in service. H.O. Hurt, the founder of the company, insisted the cornerstone of the company was the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's why every product they sell is built and backed by this simple rule. Whether it's auto, home, business, or life, you owe it to yourself to call Bryan Insurance, 865-951-7993, or visit bryaninsurance.com.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Back at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, it has been all Rebels since early on as Maryville leads at intermission 37-17. Farragut jumped out to a 7-3 lead, but the Rebels then reeled off 18 in a row to go up 21-7. That was after leading 15-7 at the quarter break. So the momentum carried over into the second quarter. Up 21-7, the lead grew to 24-9 when Farragut finally stopped the bleeding with a basket, making it 21-9. Maryville answered with a three-pointer. The biggest lead coming at 37-15. Farragut got the last basket of the half, making it 37-17. As Maryville outscores Farragut in the second quarter 22-10. Again, leading comfortably here at halftime by 20. 37-17 is our score. I had Maryville with 4 first-half turnovers, 2 in each quarter, and the Admirals with 7 first-half turnovers, 6 of those in the opening quarter. And if I'm not mistaken, there were 4 in a row, 4 straight possessions for Farragut that resulted in turnovers. And that was where the Rebels
Winter is time to make memories by the fireplace, so make sure your gas fireplace is clean, functional, and safe. Call Climatize Heating and Cooling today for a complete cleaning and safety inspection. Call Climatize Heating and Cooling today or go to climatizedtennessee.com.
Climatize! Attention East Tennessee. Beard and Bike and Trail has been voted one of the 100 best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association. This certification requires not only a great shopping experience and expert staff, but also support for local and national cycling advocacy. Beard and Bike and Trail has affordable luxury bikes from the brands you know, like Jamis, Fuji, Marin, Breezer, and Haro. Bike and Trail has bikes for children as well as the young at heart. Bike and Trail also carries affordable electric bikes. Need a bike repair? Their top-notch repair shop has the fastest turnaround time in town. Tight on cash? Ask about their 12-month no-interest financing. With over 48 years of experience in the cycling industry, you can always count on Beard and Bike and Trail for great customer service. Make Bike and Trail your one-stop for cycling adventure. Open 7 days a week. Located on the Third Creek Greenway on Forest Park Boulevard. Beard and Bike and Trail. Voted one of the best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association.
Persian Galleries is pleased to invite you to visit their new and more spacious showroom located in Western Plaza. This is the perfect time to make your dreams come true. Persian Galleries has gathered the finest selection of Persian and decorative rugs from all over the world at the best prices ever. Whether you're looking for a specific type of rug like antique tradition, silk and new modern, or contemporary, Persian Galleries provides only the highest quality rugs. Persian Galleries also offers many services such as trade, cleaning, repair, and appraisal to ensure the life of your rugs. Call today, 558-8777, or visit our website at PersianGalleriesKnoxville.com, located in Western Plaza next to the Fresh Market.
Back at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, we're at halftime of our boys contest with Maryville in control, leading by 20, 37-17. Unfortunately, reminiscent of our girls game, which Maryville won by a final of 65-49. The Lady Rebels were they up 36-24 at halftime, so that was 12. And again, they led by 20, I believe it was, 20 going to the fourth quarter. Won it by 15, 65-49. Danae Fritz for Maryville had 26 points. Leah Vananda had 20. They were outstanding as Maryville hit 14 three-pointers. The Lady Admirals were led by Macy Barnes and Ashlyn Sheridan with 12 points apiece. As far as offensively, I thought McCall Willis, the junior, with 8 points, played well defensively and on the boards and getting some second chance baskets for the Lady Admirals. But Maryville took control early, never looked back, and they pull into a tie in the district standings with the Lady Admirals, both teams 4-2. So the Farragut boys come into this evening's matchup off a 54-49 loss to Bearden on Saturday. The Bulldogs unbeaten in district play, only one loss on the season, and they played a few more games than most of these District 4 teams have. They 13-1 coming into Saturday's matchup, and Farragut was right there throughout and had a chance with less than a minute to go. They had possession of the ball, trailing by 1. Couldn't cash that possession in and ended up having to foul Bearden down the stretch. The Bulldogs hit some free throws and won it by 5. And so that's the top team in the District 4 standings that Farragut had a chance, a great chance, to come out on top of on Saturday, but just couldn't get it done. And here against Maryville, a team that's 4-1, it's been a totally different first half. Good enough start, certainly, for the Admirals, who led 7-3, but an 18-0 run for Maryville, as Farragut with a flurry of turnovers during that run by Maryville. And the Rebels have been in control, comfortably in control ever since. So Farragut will have the first possession of the third quarter, trailing 37-17. Dylan Atwell driving right side to the baseline, and he stepped on the baseline. Maryville right there in his hip pocket, kind of aiding him to the baseline, and 8th turnover of the ball game for Farragut. So Maryville will have Charlie Rice bringing it up. Actually, he gives it off to Josh Seiler. Farragut's got Jack Carasso, Carter Mayfield, Dylan Atwell, Isaiah Smith, and Ryan Neal on the floor. Rice, Seiler, Cox, Dorsey, and Brown on the floor for Coach Eldridge. And Rice loses his dribble in rear court, and they say Farragut touched it. I thought we were about to have a backcourt violation, as did Coach Higgins, but Neal, they say, touched it, deflected it into rear court. So Rice retrieves it, moves to the right wing, exchanges the ball back and forth with Jack Brown. Now Dorsey on the right side, guarded by Ryan Neal. Charge. Neal takes the charge. So that's the second charge that Farragut has taken. That's a bit of a sort of unconventional one. It wasn't a drive. It was just Dorsey pushing off on the perimeter. But you'll take what you can get. And again, that's been a point of emphasis for Coach Higgins as we've talked to him in the postgame last few games, that Farragut needs to be taking more charges. I think that's Dorsey's third foul. Isaiah Smith puts up a three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound gets tipped around. Dylan Atwell comes up with it, and he scores. And so finally, there's a ball that Maryville couldn't handle, and it kind of bounced into the lap of Farragut, and Dylan Atwell says thank you very much. In the first half, all of those balls and those situations seem to go to the Rebels. This is Dorsey out top, guarded by Smith, into the lane, leaves it off with Brown on the left block, kick out to Rice for a three, no good, but Cox with a rebound, gives to Seiler, he drives the lane, shot blocked from behind by Smith. Seiler grabs it though, saves it into Dorsey. Dorsey drives in off the left wing and will score on the drive to the basket, and Carasso got him on the arm. First foul on Jack. Whisker away from a block shot, but couldn't get it, and Dorsey with an and one opportunity as a result. Free throw, good by the Maryville juniors. 17 for Dorsey. 40-19. Atwell in front court, guarded by Dorsey, hands to Smith. Dorsey now takes Smith. Smith goes behind his back with a dribble, passes to Atwell. Atwell driving in off the left side, strong to the basket, scores off the window. Dylan coming out and asserting himself early in the second half, was driving to the basket when he stepped on the baseline on the first possession, took it right at the basket that time as well, and was underneath when a deflection came his way and was able to score on the previous possession. Rice driving left side, can't get the shot to go, but Jack Brown is there to clean it up for Maryville. He scores on the putback. 40-21, Maryville by 19. Atwell spinning into the paint. Seiler comes over, double team, knocked the ball loose. Mayfield dives on the floor. And Rice, trying to wrestle the ball from Mayfield, picks up a foul instead. Third foul on Rice, team second. Carter Mayfield inbounding. Comes into Smith, wasn't really looking for it, and the ball dribbles off his leg. Dorsey picks it up, and Smith picks up a foul. Smith wasn't looking for the feed. And Farragut with its 9th turnover. Smith picks up, I believe, his first foul. Team second of the half. 5:24 to go, third quarter. Maryville doubling up on Farragut, 42-21. Brown back to the basket, right elbow, gives to Dorsey. Dorsey working against Ryan Neal. Back to Brown, right side three over Smith is good. Second three of the ball game for Jack Brown of Maryville. He's got 12 points. 45-21, Maryville leads. Atwell bumped by Seiler as he goes left, comes back right, picks up his dribble, gives to Carasso. Back to Atwell. Atwell to the baseline and fouled probably by the help defender. Indeed, Brown. He'd gotten around Seiler. Brown tried to hit him off at the pass, was a step late. First action tonight for senior Lucas Arnold. He enters the Admiral lineup for Isaiah Smith as Carter Mayfield inbounds to Ryan Neal, right wing. Guarded by Cox, picks up his dribble, gives to Arnold, out high. Arnold off to Mayfield. Three-pointer for Carter, short, but the rebound comes to Atwell in the paint, and he is fouled as Dylan went up, thought he was going to shoot it, but it passed at the last instant to Carasso, and that prevents him from getting 2 free throws. I think it was on Seiler. Yes, foul on Seiler. Cox out of the ball game from Maryville. Nick Johnson enters the lineup. Mayfield to inbound. Comes into Neal, right side. Ryan to the right block. Back to Atwell. He drives to the right block and absorbs some contact. A foul. I believe it's against Seiler yet again. And no, this time they give it to Nick Johnson. His first and the team fifth. So Farragut doing a much better job attacking the basket here in the second half. And Atwell with a free throw, which will be Farragut's first of the night. Too strong off the back of the iron. Maryville 3 of 5 from the line. Farragut now 0 of 1. Atwell, second toss, good. He's got 9. He's Farragut's leading scorer. Got all 5 of Farragut's points in this third quarter. 4:29 to go in the third. Maryville leading 45-22 as Brown drives right side, gives in the left corner to Rice, makes the extra pass on the wing, left side to Johnson. His three-pointer is offline. Rebounded away by Carasso, given to Atwell in front court. Mayfield spots up for a three, rims out. Rebounded away by Dorsey of Maryville. In front court, Jack Brown. Brown at the basket, thinks better of it, gives it on the perimeter, and now driving the left baseline, Johnson. Fouled. Ryan Neal. It's his third, team third. And Nick Johnson to the line for the Rebels, looking to add his name to the scoring column, and does so. Johnson hits the free throw. Dallas Carball into the ballgame for Jack Carasso. So you got Dallas Carball, Carter Mayfield, Lucas Arnold, Dylan Atwell, and Ryan Neal. And between free throws, Maryville is going to get Robbie Eldridge into the ballgame for Josh Seiler. So Dorsey, Rice, Eldridge, Brown, and at the free throw line for Maryville, Johnson. And the second toss, like the first, is good for Nick Johnson. Farragut in front court, 3:55 to go third quarter. Atwell off the dribble, takes Eldridge to the basket, scores with a right hand, and he's fouled. First foul on Eldridge, and Atwell again able to get to the rim. So he's got 11 and looks to complete the three-point play, does so. Dylan now 2 of 3 from the line. 3:50 to play, third quarter. Farragut will be in the bonus the rest of the ball game. 47-25, Maryville leading. Johnson driving left baseline, could have shot it, made the extra pass into the right corner to Eldridge, and he knocks down a three. Eldridge with the three, his second from long range, and it's 50-25, and then we got Rice in rear court picking up a foul, his fourth. So that's going to send Dylan Atwell to the line for 1 and 1. 50-25, Maryville leading with 3:33 to play in the third quarter as Atwell with a toss. Good. Bonus free throw coming for the Farragut junior. Dylan averages 11.8 per game. Rice leaves the floor with those 4 fouls. He's replaced by Davis Ernsberger, a sophomore. But Atwell averages 11.8. He's got 13, 9 in the quarter, gunning for 14. Free throw is too strong. Carball, though, with the rebound for Farragut. Gives to Atwell, who in turn gives to Neal. Three-pointer for Neal from the left side is good. Ryan Neal with his second three of the ball game. Carball rebounded away the missed free throw and gave Farragut another scoring opportunity. They cash it in. 50-29. 3:15 to play. Third quarter, Eldridge guarded by Mayfield. Gives to Johnson, guarded by Neal over on the right side. Dribbles it out high, off to Dorsey. Atwell reaching, can't knock it away. Dorsey down the lane, scores with the right hand. Dorsey's got 19. 52-29, Atwell in front court. Into the paint, surrounded by Rebels. Back out top to Arnold, now to Mayfield, right wing. Carter dribbles it to the top of the key, gives to Atwell. He'll shoot the three, right side, on line, but short. Long rebound taken off the floor by Eldridge, given to Dorsey. Dorsey in front court for Maryville, over on the right side to Johnson. Three-pointer for Nick Johnson, in and out. Farragut's Mayfield grabs it off the deck, brings it back the other way with 2:30 to play in the third. Carter, right side to Atwell. Atwell into the paint, lost a handle on it, grabs it back, feeds Neal for a three, no good from the left side. Rebounded away by Maryville's Nick Johnson. 2:15 to go, third quarter. Maryville by 23, 52-29. Dorsey on the right side. Carball takes him on a switch. They drop it down low, and they work that nicely, a little pick and roll action as Jack Brown open and has 14. Farragut quickly in front court. Arnold with a shot up. Blocked away, knocked out of bounds. Brandon Cuevas in for Dylan Atwell with 1:54 to go in the third. Carter Mayfield inbounding, out top to Cuevas. Now to Neal. Neal pulls up, left side of the paint. Jumper, no good. Dorsey the rebound for the Rebels, and then Neal picks up a cheap foul in rear court. Not a good foul for Ryan as it's his fourth. He has Farragut's only 2 3-pointers of the night. So Neal goes to the bench with those 4 fouls. Elisha Brabson checks into the game. Hasn't been a good shooting night for Farragut, whether it be the Lady Admirals or the Admirals. Right side for Maryville. Ernsberger moves to the elbow, gives to Dorsey on the left wing, guarded by Farragut's Brabson. That's a walk. And Dorsey whistled for the traveling violation. Turnover number 6 for Maryville. 1:31 to go in the third quarter. Mayfield across the timeline. Pass swatted out of bounds by Eldridge. Looks like Maryville's 2-3 defensively. Brabson with the ball out top takes the inbound. Carball to Arnold. He'll shoot from the free throw line over Seiler. Too strong. Brabson a putback, no. Tip to himself. Goes back up again. Missed it. Admiral's got a couple of cracks in close. Can't get it to go down, and Seiler scrapes it away from Maryville after those chances go by the boards. 1 minute to play third quarter. Seiler back to the basket at the right elbow. Gives to Eldridge, top of the key. Now to Johnson. Into the corner to Ernsberger. Back on the wing to Seiler. Working against Carball in the lane. Tough shot. Good. Carball playing pretty good defense. Seiler just made a tough shot. He's got 8. Maryville leads 56-29. Zane Zatawi to the scorer's table. Carter Mayfield launches and hits a long three-pointer. So Carter with his first 3 of the ball game. He's got 5. Again, as I mentioned a moment ago, Ryan Neal, the only Admiral prior to that shot, who had knocked one down from long range. He has 2 on the bench with 4 fouls currently. 18 seconds to play in the third as Maryville content to hold for a final shot. Brabson pressuring the ball out top in the hands of Terrence Dorsey. Down to 11 seconds to play. Dorsey pushes off. No call. Gives to Seiler. Three-pointer out top. Good. Seiler with 2 Admirals running at him. Knocks it down. Here's Brabson from beyond midcourt. No good. And the horn sounds. Maryville will go to the fourth quarter leading Farragut 59 to 32. Rebels in complete control. We're back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV. Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
First possession of the fourth quarter belongs to Maryville. The lead belongs to Maryville, 59-32. Farragut led 7-3 early, but an 18-0 run for Maryville in the first quarter bled over into the second quarter. That was where the Rebels took control. Farragut has Cuevas, Zatawi, Brabson, Carbaugh, and Mayfield on the floor. Maryville looking inside. Zatawi knocks away that entry feed, but Maryville saves it on the perimeter with Cox. Maryville's got Brown, Rice, Cox, Seiler, and Ernsberger. Ernsberger into the paint, releases a pass to Cox on the left wing, into the corner to Rice. Now Seiler driving towards the baseline, gives it back to Rice. Mid-range jumper settles through for Charlie Rice. He's got 6. 61-32. Dallas Carbaugh to Carter Mayfield. Maryville 2-3 zone. Brabson, right side 3, good. Elisha Brabson, he's got 7. It's his first 3. Seiler in front court, working against Zatawi. Right side Ernsberger, into the corner to Cox. Back out top right side to Rice, guarded there by Carter Mayfield. 61-35. Maryville with the lead, 6:35 to play in this one. As Ernsberger, guarded by Cuevas, gives out top to Brown, starts to make a move against Carbaugh, gives it back in the left corner to Ernsberger, who knocks down a 3, his first basket. And timeout on the floor, asked for by Maryville head coach Mark Eldridge. 6:24 to play as the teams in front of their respective benches talk things over. 15-7. Maryville led it at the end of the first quarter. 37-17. The Rebels on top at halftime after outscoring Farragut 22-10 in the second. The Rebels with a 22-15 third quarter advantage. So they are up 59-32 heading to the fourth. And have outscored Farragut here in the fourth 5-3. 64-35 is our score as the teams return to the floor, and the Admirals will have the basketball. Same 5 for both teams. Maryville stays with the 2-3 zone. Zatawi into the middle of that zone with a shot, too strong. Missed it, rebounded away by Cox. Given to Rice. Maryville in a hurry in front court. Rice pulls up, free throw line, finds Seiler, left side 3, goes up and over the backboard. Farragut will get the basketball. Carter Mayfield in front court for the Admirals. Exchanges the ball with Brabson. Brabson, right side, 3-pointer, good. Same spot where he hit the one a moment ago, and so Elisha Brabson with back-to-back 3s. Farragut trailing 64-38. Seiler spins away from a couple of defenders, walked a mile, no call. Carried the basketball 2 or 3 steps there before releasing the pass, and Maryville gets the ball down low on that pass after a travel that wasn't called, and now they set up out top. Rice into the lane, floater with the right hand, good. Charlie Rice, 8 points, 4 here in the fourth quarter. And Maryville leads 66-38. Carter Mayfield head fakes a 3, gives to Carbaugh. Right side 3 for Dallas, no good. Rebounded away by Davis Ernsberger, ahead to Seiler. Seiler driving in front court, and the ball knocked away from him. Was he fouled? He was. He was fouled by Carter Mayfield. 66-38. Now, like we were talking with Coach Jason Mayfield after the girls' game, there are a lot of positives you could take out of the Bearden game, the Bearden loss on Saturday. The same for the boys, but like the girls here tonight, not too many positives, as Maryville's going to win a couple of them in blowout fashion. Free throws are good by Seiler. 68-38. Mayfield through the lane, left side, shot up, no good. Carbaugh with a rebound, put back, no. And Seiler fouls him from behind. Carbaugh, Farragut sophomore, averaging 7.1 per game, 2 points tonight. His first free throw attempt is good. Farragut didn't shoot any free throws in the first half. Carbaugh hits them both. And here in the second half, prior to Carbaugh's 2 just now, It was Dylan Atwell exclusively at the free throw line, shooting 5 free tosses, hitting 3 of them. Dorsey drives into the lane. In the left corner, Cox, three-pointer, no good. Rebound is tipped by Cuevas over to Carbaugh, and then Seiler bumps him, fouls him in rear court. Carbaugh will walk to the other end to shoot 1 and 1. He will be the only Admiral who stays on the floor, as Coach Higgins has Jack Carrasso, Ryan Neal, Dylan Atwell, and Isaiah Smith return to the lineup. Carbaugh, free throw, good. Bonus toss coming for Carbaugh. If he hits it, he'll be replaced by Farragut's Jake Bishop. Toss, good. Bishop enters for Carbaugh. Carbaugh 4 of 4 from the line here in the fourth quarter, 6 points in the game. 68-42, Maryville by 26 with 4:35 to play. Farragut pressing, full court. Rice inbounded, got it back, sprints into front court, gives to Brown. Brown throws it behind his intended target, but it's saved by Dorsey coming down the floor. Here's Rice getting the ball back, moves into the lane. 14-foot jumper is no good, but a long rebound as Seiler grabs it off the floor and gives to Rice, who can reset the offense for the Rebels. Guarded by Atwell. Rice gives it up. Right side to Brown, into the lane. Doubled, kick out. Seiler, 3, good. Josh Seiler had himself a nice ball game, 16 points for the Maryville senior. Ryan Neal, long pass in front court, will go through Smith's hands, and Farragut turns it over. Maryville getting into the game, Nick Johnson once more, also Robbie Eldridge, Davis Ernsberger. Carter Cox may have already been out there. I think he was. Eli Elkins checks into the game for Maryville. Rebels with the ball side rear court, and it'll be thrown away. Dylan Atwell with a steal off Johnson's inbound, and he scores from right underneath. Atwell has 15 to lead Farragut. Cox in rear court, pressured, gets it ahead. Johnson pulls up right side of the paint, shot up over Carrasso, good as he kisses it off the glass. Johnson, his first field goal, 73-44. Maryville leads, 3:30 to play. Right side, Isaiah Smith, three-pointer over Cox, good. Isaiah Smith with his first 3 of the night. Maryville working against the Farragut press into front court. Johnson to Ernsberger. Into the left corner to Elkins. He'll shoot a 3 and hits it. Eli Elkins, Maryville freshman, just into the ball game, knocks down a 3 from the left corner. Dylan Atwell in front court, off to Ryan Neal left side. 76-47 our score. Neal into the paint, pushes it over to Smith in the right corner for a 3, no good. Maryville weak side rebound, it's Johnson. Ahead to Eldridge. Eldridge driving on Smith, fouled. A couple of free throws coming for Robbie Eldridge. 2:55 to play. And Maryville leading 76-47. And at the free throw line, Robbie Eldridge. He is a sophomore and a chance to reach double figures. 2 free throws coming, 1 of 1 from the line. A couple of threes tonight for Eldridge. Toss, no good. Eldridge, second toss. That one's true, and he has 10 points. Terrence Dorsey, 19, leads Maryville. Seiler has 16. Eldridge, a third player now in double, actually a fourth player. He's got 10. Jack Brown has 14. Atwell into the paint for Farragut. He's the Admiral's leading scorer. Lost a handle on that. It's a turnover. Maryville comes away with a loose basketball. In front court, Eldridge, right side 3, no good. And out of bounds, touch last by, I guess, Farragut. Inbound, Elkins in the paint, muscles a shot up and scores. So they inbound it in deep position, and Elkins gets the bucket. Farragut back the other way. Ryan Neal attacking the basket, gets it to go and is fouled. Elkins picks up the foul, his first. Neal will try to complete a three-point play as he has 8 points now. Cox out of the game, Johnson out of the game, Eldridge out of the game. Maryville gets DJ Burks into the lineup. Also Lance Pinkerton and Carson Jones. Free throw is good by Ryan Neal. He's got 9. Maryville inbounds against a press into Ernsberger. He hits the deck as he crosses the timeline against a double team. Farragut picks it up. It's Bishop with the steal. Ahead to Atwell. Atwell can't score in transition, and Maryville comes away with the basketball. Into front court for the Rebels. Pinkerton drops it down low. Elkins shot blocked from behind by Carasso. 2:08 to play. Farragut trailing 79-50. They bring it in front court as Neal gives to Smith in the left corner. Moves along the baseline. Finds Atwell in the right corner for a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded away by the Rebels' DJ Burks. Into front court comes Pinkerton for the Rebels. And there's a steal by Atwell. Atwell with the steal near midcourt streaks to the basket and scores. Atwell's got 17. And now Farragut jumps back into the press, and Neal is called for a foul, and that'll be 5. Ryan has fouled out of the ball game with 1:43 to play. So Maryville will be at the other end shooting 1-1 as Neal fouls out of the ball game. 79-52 our score. At the free throw line for Maryville, Davis Ernsberger. Toss good by Ernsberger, earning him a bonus. Ernsberger, good on both ends of the 1-1. Farragut in front court. Isaiah Smith, left side three, no good. And Carasso grabs the miss and is tied up as he tries to go back up with a follow attempt. Possession arrow to Farragut, trailing 81-52. And a miscommunication on the inbound, and the Admirals just throw it out of bounds. Unforced turnover, although technically I guess not a turnover because the Admirals did get a shot on that possession, but unforced error. 1:35 to play. Farragut with a steal in rear court. It was going to be Cuevas scoring a layup. Brandon Cuevas with the basket as he and Jake Bishop knocked the ball loose. Maryville against the press, nearly throwing it away again. Pinkerton's pass is deflected. Going to be saved momentarily, at least by Carson Jones. Ahead, the Rebels have it in the hands of DJ Burks, driving left side. His shot swatted away by Carasso, picked up by Atwell. In front court, going to be Smith. Sizing up a three from the right wing. Good by Isaiah, his second three of the ball game. Admirals with 61 seconds to play. Atwell with a steal in rear court to Smith. Top of the key three. Short, long rebound to Bishop. Gives to Atwell. Left side three for Dillon. No good. And Farragut trying to save the ball inbounds. Cannot. So Farragut able to force some turnovers out of the Maryville reserves here with the press, but can't capitalize. Trailing 81-57. Pinkerton in rear court has the ball knocked away by Atwell, grabs it back. Long lead pass in front court comes to Burks. Burks driving, leaves it off with Elkins, and Elkins lays it up and in. 2-on-1 break, Maryville converts. Elkins has got 7 here in the fourth quarter. Maryville freshman with 7 points. And credit DJ Burks with the assist. 29 seconds to play. 83-57. Farragut trailing as Atwell along the baseline. Gives to Cuevas, left side. Cuevas jumper just inside the three-point arc is no good. And it's rebounded away by the Rebels, Burks. DJ Burks gives off to Pinkerton. Down to 12 seconds to play. 10 seconds. Maryville walks it in front court. Rebels with an impressive victory here tonight. Farragut had a chance with a win to pull into a tie with the Rebels, but Maryville took control with an 18-0 run early in this game. Farragut had led 7-3, but Maryville goes 18-0, and they take a 21-7 lead. They would lead at halftime by 20, and they win going away 83-57 as the Rebels improve to 11-4 overall and 5-1 in the district. Meanwhile, Farragut, with its second straight district setback, mentioned a little bit earlier in the fourth quarter, that Bearden game, there were some positives you could draw from that, but unfortunately here tonight, not much you can take from this except that you got your tail handed to you, and so the Rebels come in and get an impressive victory as Farragut falls again by a final of 83-57. I had Farragut with 10 turnovers on the night. Maryville had a flurry of turnovers there late, resulting in them having 11 for the night, but I had only 6 heading into the fourth quarter. And really where that came into play, I think, in the first quarter, Farragut had 4 turnovers on 4 consecutive possessions, and that was part of that 18-0 run where Maryville took control and never looked back. We'll run down the individual scoring here in just a moment, but first joined by head coach John Higgins. And Coach, I was saying, you know, after Saturday's game, there were some positives you take out of that. This one, you're going to have to search kind of long and hard, I guess, to find some positives. But you know, you just got to deal with it and I guess get back to work. I don't know.
You know, it's one of those throwaway games, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just ball this one up and throw it away. We just didn't play well, Eric. I mean, there's no real excuse for it. We just didn't play well. We didn't defend well. Offensively, we didn't execute very well. You know, it just looks like we weren't ready to play, and I'll take full responsibility for that. It's my job to get them prepared to play, and it just didn't look like we were prepared to play today. I don't know why. We just weren't.
Yeah, if we knew the reasons, right, it would never happen again. Sometimes it's a head scratcher, but definitely Maryville looked like the aggressor tonight, and they again early on Farragut up 7-3, but as I was detailing there, 4 straight turnovers, and Maryville goes on an 18-0 run, and now again positives. I would say like in the third quarter, Dylan Atwell kind of asserted himself trying to get to the rim. Dylan finished with a team high 17 points tonight.
Yeah. Well, I thought we, you know, and I told them I called timeout. It was 15-7, and at one point we were winning 7-3. And I told them, I said, guys, we've got 6 turnovers on our last 8 possessions. Hey, you're not going to win basketball games that way. And they're not difficult turnovers; they're unforced turnovers. Maryville's a very good basketball team. They're well coached. I told you that Saturday. But they weren't pressuring us anything worse than what we saw on Saturday. You know, we're making careless mistakes with the basketball and just doing careless things with the basketball. You know, and the real problem was defensively, this is the worst defensive game I think I've seen from our team all year. You know, Eric, I'll be honest with you, I think it's one of the worst defensive games I think I've ever been a part of as a head coach. In my 10 years of being a head coach, this is the worst defensive game I think we've ever played. From a guarding the ball perspective, a help side perspective, a communication perspective, from a rebounding perspective, it just wasn't very good at all. Now Maryville contributes to that because they move the ball well and they move players well.
And they shot well
tonight.
Yeah,
but I mean, we're talking about, right. And this is why I told the guys in the locker room, Maryville's been good every year since I've been here. But we've played them tough every year since I've been here. Every game. Because we defend them well. We communicate well. We switch well. We play with some effort defensively. So we need that same thing tonight. I think my kids got the opposite effect of that. I think they said, hey, we're going to defend them well regardless. Let's not be focused and locked in. And obviously you see where that got us.
I was checking as you were saying that perhaps it was the worst defensive effort of the season and perhaps even in your coaching career, and it is the most points Farragut has allowed this season. The 83 put up tonight by Maryville. But so just back to work for Hardin Valley on Friday night, I guess, Coach.
You know, we're going to have to. You don't want to put too much stock in a loss. You don't want to put too much stock in a win. But this is a game that we definitely can learn from. You know, that we definitely know what it takes. You know, and that's why I try to tell the guys in the locker room. You know, in order to be considered an upper echelon team in our district, you're going to have to beat the upper echelon teams in our district. The Beardens, the Maryvilles. And right now, we're not there. You know, we've got room to go before we can consider ourselves in that category of teams. Can we get there? Yes. Are we going to get there? For sure. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work from the guys. It's going to take a lot of work from our coaching staff. But we'll get there.
As I said to Coach Mayfield following the girls' game, hopefully that's a lot of incentive for Friday night, right? I mean, if there's anything, right, that you come out with redemption on your mind and putting your best foot forward and take out some frustrations on a backdoor neighbor.
Yeah. I mean, that's, the beauty about high school basketball is
Sure.
that you play, in a day or 2 days after you played your last game. So we don't have much time to sit over here and dwell on this. Now, obviously, we'll use it to get better tomorrow and Thursday, but we've got to have short-term memory out here when it comes to how poorly we played tonight, and make sure that we go out there on Friday and try and take care of business.
Right. Play with an attitude.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, appreciate you coming up after a tough loss. We look forward to seeing you Friday night over at Hardin Valley.
Thanks, Eric.
That's Coach John Higgins, as the Admirals are now 3-3 in the district, 5-6 overall. Maryville improves to 11-4 overall and 5-1 in district play. As I was saying, I guess before Coach came up, it was 15-7. Maryville leading by 8 after the first quarter. And at halftime, the Rebels were up 37-17, having outscored Farragut 22-10 in the second quarter. Third quarter, the Rebels' advantage was 22-15. Thus, they led 59-32. Heading to the fourth quarter, Farragut outscores Maryville 25-24 in the final quarter as the Rebels win at 83-57. Again, Maryville with 11 turnovers, but 5 of those came late in the game with the reserves on the floor. Farragut had 10, but 4 of those 10 came in a crucial early stretch when Maryville overcame an early Farragut 7-3 lead, and the Admiral saw Maryville reel off 18 straight and take control of this game.